All right. Let's see if we're live. We are live and in full effect. And I'm going to take that down. Well, welcome everybody to the first live broadcast of Open for Discussion, where we will be talking about all things life related, everything dealing from marriage to cooking. And but today we're going to talking about the big game. I don't know if technically if I can say it or not, but I'm just gonna keep calling it the big game. And we're gonna talk some sports. Holmes, he is my guy, and this young man right here is phenomenal. Awesome man of God. I've been grinding ever since I known him. Him and his brother and his sister all played D1 basketball. So we just gonna sit up here and some things, and then we're gonna shut it down and then watch this game, and we're gonna get his prediction at the end at who he thinks is going to win this game, and then we're gonna ask why, and then we're gonna have another special guest. I'm gonna probably be doing these initially, probably once a month until I can get my schedule right. But being said, I got my man on the line, and I'm excited to be chopping it up with him. So, what's up, big homie?
What's up, Dallas?
I can't hear you, man.
Glad to be here, man. I appreciate you for having.
But being said, my bad. I'm working through some technical difficulties over here.
It's all good, man. Glad to be here, my brother.
I can't hear you, man.
Glad to be here, man. I appreciate you for having.
Well, cool. I'm still trying to figure out my bad. Figure out my sound. Technical difficulties, though. I can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
So let's see. Well, cool. I'm still trying to figure out my bad. Figure out my sound. Technical difficulties, though. I can't hear. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm still working through it. But hey, so what's good, man? How's life in the CLT?
Life is great, man. Life is good. We got some good weather here. Everything is good, man. I have no complaints at all. None at all.
That's what's up. So I'm just gonna sit up here. We're gonna just have a little discussion about things. Right? You was a D1 basketball player. How was that? And what was your preparation up to getting there? Like as a freshman, did you know going to be a D1 player, or at what point did that click?
I take it, even a step further, going back. Just my whole journey, man. My whole journey to college basketball. It was definitely the road less traveled. I started out in high school and just didn't receive much playing time at all, man. So the coach that actually wanted us to, I got a twin. Well, Che was my brother, twin brother. For those of you that are watching, I got a twin brother, and the junior varsity coach asked us to come play for him out of middle school. Our next year, being in the 9th grade, he wanted us to come play for him, and we worked our butts off that summer, man, and got to the school, and he cut us. Yeah, he cut us.
Wow.
We were devastated. Yeah, we were devastated. We couldn't understand it, but our whole lives, man, just before every successful journey, we had extreme trials and tribulations, and being young, being in the 9th grade, that's what it was. So We worked our butts off again, and then coming into 10th grade year, destroyed 10th grade, destroyed it. I think the whole year we lost one game, so we might have been like 19-1. And I wasn't a bench rider. We played, so we did well. And going into our junior, for me, going into my junior year, the coach gave me pretty much an ultimatum. He said, man, you can have the choice, because at that time we weren't considered one of the or two of the, better players on the team. So coach told me straight up, my brother had a spot. He told me straight up, he said, man, you can play varsity, which you really gonna have to earn your minutes, and I mean you're gonna be at the end of the bench. That's what he told me, pretty much his exact words. You're gonna be at the end of the bench, or you can come in on JV in 11th grade. Now you can come in on JV and pretty much be the man. So I'm
Right.
like, that's a no-brainer for me, man, because I'm a competitor. So I know I'm not gonna settle for being on JV. Man, I want the opportunity to work and do what I love to do, because we've always had to prove ourselves. So going into
Right.
our 11th grade year, we won the first state championship at the school. Didn't get a lot of playing time. We were kind of flying under the radar. Going into your 11th grade year, you want to start getting looks for colleges, getting looks for
Right.
schools, because by
Right.
your senior year, you want to start having some schools on the radar. You want to kind of commit before your senior year. And we didn't have the opportunity. So fortunately, man, we had a cousin who had been in basketball for forever, and he came across a coach in Asheville, North Carolina, that was looking for 2 6'3", 6'4" shooting guards. And I mean, it worked out like that. The coach came to see us play in AAU. Again, didn't get much playing time. I think I got 30 seconds. My brother didn't get any time. And his coach is coming here to watch us play. And I got in. I think I hit one layup. It was a reverse layup. And, after the game, he said, man, I seen all I needed to see. I was like, what? But his logic was, I seen y'all on the bench cheering your teammates on, being a good sport, not being sad faced about not playing, even though you knew you could play at that level. And the rest was history, man. We reclassified, went to boarding school in Asheville, all boys school. Again, I say the road less travel. Went to all boys school specifically, to play basketball. And grades was very well. Our first year, we took a school that had never even thought about going to the state championship, had losing records throughout the history of the program. Took them to the state championship and lost. Lost in the state championship. And the next year, won the state championship by 24 points. So since we've left the school, I mean, it's been D1 after D1 after D1 after D1. And one of the things that the coaches told us was like, man, y'all started this program. I'm talking Duke, South Carolina, 3 of them in the NBA, overseas. I mean, just started this trend, man. So it was the road less traveled, man. And then fast forwarding, to college, Virginia Military Institute. We both had Division I offers, but Virginia Military Institute, which is where we went, a 4-year basketball scholarship, they offered both of us, and that was the only Division I school that offered both of us. We both had Division I looks, but that was the only one that offered both of us. And that in itself, man, it was life changing. It's one of those experiences that you glad you did it, but you would never consider doing it again.
Right.
I mean, when my mom dropped us off at the school, man, she was crying. She was dropping her babies off. And then, 6 months later, just the matriculation of everything is, that school made us into men. It made us into men. It taught us how to balance, because we had to balance education with military, with sports. And just a little bit about what we did there. we still hold the NCAA scoring record for the highest scoring Twins ever in Division I history.
Yeah, I was just
It
about
took
to
a
say
lot of work.
that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
took a lot of work, a lot of preparation, man. And I'm thankful that I have my brother, because we've always been able to, have each other. We've always competed against each other. And sophomore year, led the country in steals, a lot of accolades, did a lot of things, man. And it was just the path that I really believe that God had led us on. So,
And
yeah, that's a little
that's
bit,
what's up. So for people who don't really know what reclass means, and I've been trying to explain that to my wife. Explain what reclass means. What is when you say you reclass?
So,
What does that mean?
So when you reclassify, you reclassify for different reasons. Some kids reclassify because, physically they want another year to develop in the weight room. It just
Right.
means you stay back a year. You stay back a year. So instead of going to it's not failing. It's a choice. So and you can only do it at private schools. But instead of, going to your 11th grade or going to your 12th grade or even going to your 10th grade year, you stay back and you redo that year. So
Okay.
we were fortunate to be able to do it. We were late bloomers as far as growing and developing muscle and that type of thing physically. So it definitely helped us to reclassify. I just give you an extra year, if you want to say some need to catch up to competition or some just need that extra year to, develop and work on things so you can be better coming out of school and get the looks that you want. That's all reclassifying is. But
Okay.
it's a great way, man, to be able to, catch up physically, and in some cases, man, catch up with your grades and get your grades where they need to be so that you can, either pass your SAT score, get your GPA up, or whatever the case may be.
Isaiah, my son, he's technically a year younger than everybody. So we've been thinking about reclassing. No, I ain't gonna say that. I mentioned reclassing, but I think that if we do that, because he's a year younger, he'll graduate when he's 17, and technically he's supposed to be a freshman right now. But
Right.
I think being able to take it and in some cases is good. That being able to actually and the development of his body because he's a year younger than everybody, developing like everybody else's body. So that was something that I talked to her about, but she's kind of like, what is now? If we do that, we probably change schools so he don't some kind of way with being in the same school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah,
he at a private school right now. He at a public school.
He's at it's a private charter or a public charter.
Okay.
A public charter.
So he do
a public charter.
So he wouldn't even have an opportunity to reclass at that school, would he?
We could do it.
Oh, he would.
We would have to go through some paperwork and things like that, and he's at maturity wise, and then at that age, he'd have to see if he's wanting to do it at an age where he can make that decision, instead of us making that executive decision and just like, yo, we hold you back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the important thing, man, because when my pops came to us and presented the opportunity to even go off to school, even though it was an hour and 45 minutes away, you think, man, you're going to a school that, you comfortable at, all your friends there, that type of thing. It takes a mature person who's actually looking at, their future and the end goal where they're trying to get to make that decision. And my brother didn't even want to move. I'm like, man, look, man, it's an opportunity. We know where we want to get to. We're not getting the looks that we want. I think it'll be a great opportunity, man, for us to do it. And it was the best decision that we did because the school that we was at, man, the best kid on the team, man, had to go to JUCO. So where would we have ended up if we would have stuck it out? So
Right.
it's just one of those decisions,
Right.
man. We're looking at the future, and we made it and it worked out.
I mean, that is. I think that's just dope. So with that, you then, of course, you had probably aspirations to go beyond college. Just talk a little bit about that experience. Like, what was the kind of road with you through some of that, process? But for everybody to think that, oh, just because you go to a D1 and oh, just because you got the skill set, that it's easier to transition to that next level. Let's talk a little bit about what it took for you to get to the outside of college.
Anybody who played professional sports, man, they'll tell you the next level. So when growing up, sports can be fun. You play it because you love the game. The more you grow up and play at the next level, college, professional, it becomes more of a job. Just to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, because even in college, man, you darn near the property of the NCAA, the coach, that type of thing. But playing at the next level, it's a business, man. It's a business, especially going overseas, NBA, whatever. You could be on one team the next day, and be flying out to another country or on another team the next day. It's a business. So,
Mm-hmm.
For me going overseas, we kind of had been prepared because we went off to school in high school. We went
Mm-hmm.
off in college. Going overseas, it was going off, but you flying to a totally different country. So in flying to another country, it's the language barrier, the food, it matures you real quick because you don't have anybody over there that you have to learn to lean on people. You get close to your teammates, you build different relationships, man. But it's definitely one of the best experiences because you get to travel the world, man, to play in places that most people have to pay money, to vacation in. But you in another country doing something that you love for free. Even
Yeah.
it's a job. It's a job, but I went to Israel and played ball, and people might think that Israel is just all desert and dirt roads. Man, Israel looked like Miami. Palm trees, clear beaches, so that life, all you're doing is playing ball and just kind of going back to your room to hang out by yourself. But it was an experience, man. I played for 5 years. I was in England, Israel, Iceland, Turkey, and I think my last year I was in Doha, Qatar, in the Middle East. And it was just real good experiences, man. You don't really realize if you've never been out of the country, you might think that the US is just all it is, and this is just the best that there is. And
Right.
it's some places you go overseas, it's like, man,
Like,
I wouldn't
I don't even
live
want to go back to the. I don't want to go back to the States.
if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't mind living over here because
Right.
another side to that is they adopt different like cultures and ways of life that when you're living over here, we make things so much more complicated. Like I
Right.
had some teammates, bro. I had some teammates that, lived off of, they had 2 pair of jeans, 3 pair of tennis shoes, and that was it. Like they was good, didn't drive fancy cars, just simple life. And it's, they really value other things. And then you go to places like Doha, Qatar in the Middle East, the weekend starts after Thursday. So it's no working on
Mhm.
Friday. Friday is like, I think it's either Friday or Saturday. It's family day. So you see
Really?
everybody out in the parks, hanging out with their family, just chilling because they really structure that around, family day. And I'm like, man, if we adopted that here in the US, where we can make it like everybody just be around your family, just love your family and just hang out on this here Saturday or this here Friday. I think the world,
Work
man,
with
the US, it would be
yo. I
or they
think folks will
I take
co-sign
that back
off on that.
because I changed it because they start working on Sunday.
Oh,
but they
okay.
off Friday. They off Friday, Saturday, and they start working on Sunday. So it's still, you still working 5 days a week. But I'm just talking about just like the family atmosphere, people just hanging out. It's just refreshing, man. It's
That's what's
refreshing.
up. That's
But
what's
you
up.
won't know that unless you go overseas and you get to
Unless you
experience
make right, right. So this next segment is brought to you by 9 Round. I'm gonna see. Let's see if that plays. Uh,
Gotta be quiet though, okay? Hold on.
okay, so uh, so yeah, that was brought to you by. This next segment is brought to you by Nashville. So if you want a free workout, they're sponsored that section. If you want to get a free workout in 9 Round Clarksville, look it up online. Okay, so I ain't gonna hold you too much longer because I know you got to get ready for the party like a rock star. And there she is, the superstar.
Totally off script. She just came in here. She wanted to hang out with me, man.
Hey, it's all good. This thing, we have no script or anything like that. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of questions out at you, and
What's up?
we just gonna kind of see what you at where you are. Okay, so Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's?
Zaxby's. My kids love Chick-fil-A, but I'm gonna say Zaxby's because I think you get more food, man, for the same price you get at Chick-fil-A.
Right. Okay, so Burger King or McDonald's?
Neither one, but Burger King.
As well. I would rather probably do Wendy's, and that's probably, but
Yeah.
okay. So, mountains person.
Oh, beach. Give me the warm weather.
Oh,
Yeah, give me
so,
the warm weather. I'm not a cold guy. When it's cold, man, I can't function.
I dig it. I can't either. Like it's cold.
Yeah, I
So I'm
can't.
in Indiana right now, and man, it ain't to be, but it's cold outside. Okay, are you a Marvel's dude or a DC person?
DC being what?
Being Batman and Wonder Woman and those
Uh,
comics. Marvel,
I would probably, I
the
would probably,
the
I would
Avengers.
probably say Marvel. I would probably say Marvel
Okay.
because I'm not really a superhero kind of guy as far as like movies and cartoons. I mean movies and those types action figures and all that. I'm more of a, give me a funny movie and I'm good. Give me something with some action in it. I'm good. I've never really been a superhero kind of guy, but if I had to choose one, I would say Marvel, especially after Black Panther, right? Then they make
Right.
Marvel. I mean, then Marvel make.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Marvel
Okay.
did that.
Okay. Yeah, they get that.
Okay. I'm about to ask some trivia. I'm about to ask you some
All
trivia.
right.
So today is the Super Bowl. It's the big game. Folk out doing whatever they're doing within reason, within COVID measures and that. And today is so you graduated high school in 2009, right?
No, I graduated college 2009. I graduated high school in 05.
Oh
05.
five. So there was Super Bowl in 05.
Uh, 05 was that I feel like that was the New York Giants and the Patriots. I think that's when Eli threw the pass. He threw the pass and David, what was his name? Tyree caught it over his head. That was either I think that was 09, wasn't it?
That was close. So that was close. It was the Patriots.
Patriots and the Eagles. Who was the
Patriots and
quarterback for the Eagles?
Don-
I ain't gotta ask who was the quarterback for the Patriots. Who was the quarterback for the Eagles?
Donovan McNabb was the quarterback.
There you go. Okay. Was that was with T.O.? T.O. what?
Quarterback for the Patriots.
Come on, man. That's a no-brainer.
Okay. Now, okay. So in 2005, there was a quarterback taken number 1. Who was that quarterback? 2005.
To the NFL?
Yep.
Come on, man. Was that that had to be Cameron Jarrell Newton, right?
Nope.
No. Hold on.
2005. First quarterback taken off the board. Number 1 pick.
What team they go to?
San.
Oh, that was it Cap?
No.
San Francisco.
I'll give
you know who
the
quarterback was.
He went to
Cap.
He went to Utah. He went to Utah.
That's too far west for me, baby.
Alex taken in the draft the year you graduated high school.
Who was it?
Alex Smith.
Oh man, no way I would have got that. I didn't even know he went number 1.
Number 1 pick. That year too.
I didn't know he went number 1.
In basketball that year?
Do I know who won it or who went number 1?
Who went number 1? Who was the number 1 pick 2005 basketball?
Let me see. The year I came out, that was Tar Heels had Hansborough, Ty Lawson. Boy, man, I have no idea.
Andrew
tell me though. Andrew who?
Bogut. Yeah, Andrew Bogut. My name is say. I'm sorry about that. Andrew Bogut.
Oh, it was Bogut.
Yep, number 1 pick.
Dang.
Now, so you graduated college in 2009, and I'm just gonna test your football IQ. And
Hold on, bro. Hold on. You sitting right there with Google?
No, I'm not sitting right.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
Oh,
you look bad, man.
I'm looking at the camera.
Googling us. Okay. Go ahead. I got you.
And so in 2009, when you graduated, was you into football?
Yeah.
Okay. Who won the Super Bowl in 2009?
You just told me it was probably the Patriots. Hold on, you said it was the Patriots.
2009.
The Patriots and the Eagles. We're talking about 05.
It was 2005. Yeah.
09? What was it? You don't know.
That's Mo.
Yeah, that's Mo. 2009. Was that the New York Giants? Was that the Giants?
But no, it was the Steelers and the Cardinals. Big
Steelers and
Steelers and the Cardinals.
Bro, I don't even remember the Cardinals being in the Super Bowl. Darn, I thought I knew a little more than this. You exposing me now.
Yeah. So okay. In 2009, the year you graduated, there were several quarterbacks taken in the first round. Tell me the first quarterback that was taken off the board in 2009.
In 09?
09.
Cam came out in 10, didn't he?
Clip my nails.
I think he came out in 10, yeah.
In 09? Let me see, because I got to think about the quarterbacks that's around my age. One of the first ones to take had to be Cap was one of them, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
What about Flacco?
Nope.
Man, I give up, man. You ain't about to keep noping me.
The first quarterback taken off the board was Matthew Stafford out of Georgia.
Okay.
And then Sanchez, and then
Mark Sanchez, USC. Vince Young.
And then Josh Freeman was the only other quarterback taken in the the first round in 2009. So we're here and we're at the Super Bowl, and did you watch any of the football, a lot of football this year?
Oh yeah.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
so you decided to leave New England and then decide to take another team to the Super Bowl. I personally don't like it at all and never really care for him at all. But he is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody else has ever been to 10 Bulls, and he done won 6 of them. So when it comes down to that, he's the cream of the crop. But you got the young gun over here, Holmes, who is at his second Super Bowl back to back. What do you think about the young gun versus the old school? What's your take on that?
I think this game right here, man, could be a change of the mantle or changing guard or however you want to put it. I think he definitely. You got to look at it too, man. Pat Mahomes, even when he first came into the league, the weapons that he had, I can't recall any other quarterback having these types of weapons on offense that he has to throw to. So I think it could be a changing of the guard, man, if he win this game right here, because with them having 2 starting offensive linemen out, so I think this was the first time that the Super Bowl has ever seen 2 backup offensive linemen starting, in the game. So if he win this game, I mean, they could.
You got to give him something. He has to leap up there. He has to leap up there in the elite quarterbacks of Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. He has to make that leap in that pack. Even though he still has several more years, but he would have more.
Yeah, and you would have to put them in that elite conversation, even right now, with it being what, his 3rd year or whatever like that. You have to put him in that conversation, because I don't think we ever seen any quarterback start out like this, and you got to believe that he's not going to do anything but get better.
Right. And here's my last trivia question for you. Then we're gonna jump into 2017. There was one quarterback taken before Mahomes. Who was it?
2017.
Yep.
What's this? 21. That wasn't Baker Mayfield. Was it? It wasn't Johnny Manziel, was it?
No, it was Trubisky out of North Carolina. The Bears took him.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Just like your child just popped in, my child just decided he wanted to pop in into the stream. So
what's up, man?
So here we go. We got the Chiefs and we got the Broncos. Who you got?
I'm going Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm going to go 35-32. I'm going Kansas City 35-32.
35-32. Yes, sir. 32. I agree with the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and and I'm actually, I think it's about to start probably here shortly. So man, I really appreciate you jumping on, hanging out with me, and man, again, man, you know, you more than welcome to be, if you want to, you can jump on, and we'll have everything doing, you know, just making it real fun. I want this to be just, you know, just engaging and fun so people can get to know people. But hey, I appreciate you being on, man. I love you, bro. I love family. And man, thank y'all for jumping in. Everybody who jumped in to open this discussion where we just gonna be chopping it up and having a good time, talking to people, doing what we do. All right. With that being said, hey, I love y'all. I'm out. Trav, I love you, bro. I'm out. Peace.
Yes, sir. I love you too, big dog. I'll holler at you.
Bye.